Hello, first grade Cougars, Mrs. Belatesh here. I hope that you had a good time working on your parachute project and that you were able to come up with an improvement, something that you would do to change the parachute to see if you could make it work better. So I had a lot of fun building parachutes, and I hope that you did too. Now, one of the reasons that the parachute works is that there's something all around us. It's invisible, but it is called air. Air is all around us, and it's all around the earth. The air that is around the earth is called our atmosphere. Say that with me. Atmosphere. The atmosphere is what protects us from harmful things in space, and it allows us to breathe. It allows plants to grow, animals to live. The atmosphere is important for life on Earth. One of the things that happens in the atmosphere is weather. Weather takes place in the atmosphere around the Earth. When we talk about the weather, what are we talking about? When we talk about the weather, we usually talk about these things. Is it snowy? Now, it doesn't usually snow here in Southern California, unless maybe you're in the mountains, right? Because we don't get enough cold weather. Is it cloudy? Sometimes it can be cloudy or overcast. Is it rainy? Whoops, over the winter break, we had some rain and it was rainy. Is it windy? Right? It could be windy and sunny, but the wind is when the air is moving. Is it partly sunny? It's not very, very sunny, maybe a little cloudy. And is it very sunny? So these are some of our weather words that we can use to describe the weather. Today is January 13th, at least it is for me. And it's a nice sunny day, but it's still kind of cool in the morning. So on the calendar, I wrote that it was sunny, it was cool, then warm, and it's getting cool again. So why is it that it's cool in the morning? What has been missing all night long? It's the sun. The sun gives us light and heat. And when we are facing away from the sun, it gets cold. As the earth spins and rotates towards the sun, then the more time that we're in the sunlight, the warmer it gets. Meteorologists use a lot of tools to measure the weather. And one of the things that they like to measure is temperature. And I have a pretend thermometer right now, and I want us to learn how to use a thermometer and how to read the temperature. Okay. So, in a thermometer, there is a little bulb down here, and we're going to put this bulb down into a liquid. And then this red line goes up or down, depending on how hot or cold something is. Now, I want to show you how to read a thermometer. So, as you can see on the thermometer, there's a bunch of numbers to the side. Here's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, notice that there are some numbers below 0. And they would be -10. -20, -30. Now, how do you actually read the thermometer? So you start at the bottom and you go up to find out where the red liquid stops. So this thermometer says it is 0 degrees, and you see this one says a C, Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, now I'm gonna change it. I wanna see if you can figure out how you can tell me what the temperature is this time. Okay, are you ready? You're gonna go up from the bottom. What is this temperature? It's 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get you. This one is tricky. What is this temperature? Oh no, there's no number there. Notice that these are by 10, and this is a darker line and it's by 5. Let's count by 5s. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So, if these middle lines are 5s, what's the temperature now? 5 degrees Celsius. You guys are really good. Okay, this one's gonna be super hard. What's this temperature? Okay, here's 0. Is it above 0 or below 0? It's below 0, right? So this is minus 10 degrees Celsius. All right, so we are gonna use a thermometer, and there's my cat, Peanut, and he wants to watch and learn how to use a thermometer as well. Okay, Peanut, watch what you do. I'm gonna take the thermometer and I'm going to put it in the cold water. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna get the, ooh, do you see how the red line went down, 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 down? So that right now, this thermometer says it is about 2 degrees Celsius. Now, I'm gonna put it over here in my hot water. Look what happens to the red line. It's going up, 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 up. It is almost 55 degrees Celsius, and it is hot. So, when things are hot, the liquid goes up the thermometer. When things are very cold, the liquid goes down the thermometer. Hot things rise and cold things sink. Now, boys and girls, I want you to get an idea of whether a number or a temperature on the thermometer is hot or cold. So, when the thermometer reads 0 degrees Celsius, it is when water freezes. So from 0 to all the numbers below 0, it is freezing, very cold. When the thermometer reads between 0 and 10 degrees Celsius, it's cold. It's not freezing. Water won't freeze, but it's cold. When the temperature reads from 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, it's cool. It's not cold, it's just a little cool. When the temperature reads between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, it's warm. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's just warm. And anytime it is above 30 degrees Celsius, it is hot. Can you please get out this paper thermometer from your package? And I want you to cut out, it doesn't have to be perfect, just cut around it and glue it into your science notebook. After you glue it into your science notebook, I want you to decide what temperature you want your thermometer to read. Do you want it to be very cold or freezing? If you want it to be freezing, it must be 0 degrees or below. Do you want it to be really hot? It has to be 30 degrees or above. 30 degrees Celsius or above. So choose what temperature you want your thermometer to show, and then using a red crayon, draw a line on your thermometer. Here's my thermometer. I used my crayon and I drew the line up to 40 degrees Celsius. Then I wrote, my thermometer shows 40 degrees C, period. 40 degrees C is a hot temperature. So you need to tell me the temperature that your thermometer is showing, and you need to tell me whether it is freezing, cold, cool, warm, or hot. You guys did a terrific job today. Today we learned about the weather, and meteorologists are the scientists who study weather. And we learned how to use one of the tools that meteorologists use. We learned how to use a thermometer. We'll see you next week, Cougars.